Hey, Phantomaniacs, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time to scissor me, daddy ass. And this is a family channel, so I don't know what that means. We are looking today at the Ringside Collectibles exclusive Acclaimed 3-pack. A very, very long time in the making, it feels like. Great packaging. Got a sort of boombox look to the front. Got a nice graffiti, glossy logo there. AEW. Got the chain around the handle, just like the real thing. Just nice, very, very classy looking packaging. This is the, I guess, 139th release from Jazwares of AEW. We'll take a look at the window in the top in a second. Then on the back, we have the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn doing what they do. You see, Ringside exclusive. Just a nice graphic there. Vaguely inappropriate, but that's okay, because that's what wrestling is sometimes. You've got a nice fold-out flap in the front that reveals the trio of miscreants, I guess. Really cool layout. This reminds me a lot of a New Day box set that came out years and years ago. And I like the format. I like the way they've done it. You could absolutely use this box as a backdrop and have the figure standing in front of it, which is how I have that New Day set displayed. Just very excited about this. The Acclaimed are, I can't wait for them to reach their full potential. I love the fact that Billy Gunn has this career revival that I think even he would say he didn't see coming. But let's go ahead and open this thing up and take a look at the figures from the window. Looking at the window box. Oh, that's interesting. So this is like a glued on flap. That's strange. Anyway, from the front window, I gotta say the portraits, oh, that didn't work at all. The portraits don't look incredible, but the pictures I've seen online, they look really good. So I think it's going to be a matter of sort of posing them, taking a closer look at them. You can see in the backdrop here, you get a nice sort of golden color with the scissors all over. I might use that for my thumbnail, and I say that because I just reviewed the G.I. Joe Ultimates from Super 7, the newest wave, and I did end up using the package backing as a background, which is something I say all the time and I never do. So we've got Max Caster, Anthony Bowen, and Billy Gunn hanging out. I always want to, I never know which way is right. Is it Anthony Bowen or Anthony Bowens? I'm terrible with S's at the end of last names. I'm always really bad about remembering which way they go. So let's get the figures out of here. We've got 13 pieces of accessories according to the front of the box, which almost seems like a low count for everything that looks to be in here. No plastic tabs. Okay, so see, now that he's out of the package, I see the portrait a little bit better. But I mean, this is a pretty good accessory count. I'm going to have to do the old flip and push on these. They're not going to... The accessories aren't going to just pop out of there. Everybody loves the Acclaimed. I'm sure everybody doesn't love the Acclaimed, but I sure do. They've got so much charisma that they're the highlight of whatever show they're on. But they are also really good in the ring. This man right here is a future world champion. I will absolutely put money on that. And then Max Caster, who is also awesome. Don't get me wrong. I think he's underrated I think they're, you know, it's funny, as big as they are, I would call the Acclaimed underrated and perhaps even underutilized. And yes, I know, trios champions, tag team champions, like they've kind of done it all in AEW, but I feel like people just look at the scissor thing and miss the fact that they're genuinely like world-class tag team material. And it's funny, only in AEW could you call one of the acts with the most exposure underrated. So I'm trying to figure out whose hands go where. So we've got Caster's scissor fingers. Bowens has 2 sets and Billy Gunn has 2 sets. Weird that Max only has the 1 set. I don't know, whatever. So let's figure everything out here. Gosh, and it seems like, I could be wrong, I feel like they got the skin tones right on all of these, and that's a challenge sometimes. If there's any melanin involved at all in the look of an action figure, I feel like the companies have trouble getting it right. But these guys look right to me. All right, well, first let's take a look at Billy Gunn. In 2024, I have a figure of Billy Gunn who is one of the most over and relevant people in professional wrestling. And that is not a phrase I thought I would be saying. The shirt is a little big. Like, I know this is, I don't know, it seems a little big. But look at this, Acclaimed every Wednesday. Love the logo on it. Not a big fan. I'll never be a fan of Velcro in any of these shirts. Let's check it out and see. He's got the protective wrappings to keep the shirt from staining. And of course, the Jazwares figures all pop apart. Well, usually they pop apart at the waist. It might not be happening with Mr. Gunn here. I'm just trying to pull that plastic off. Get him back together. There we go. Good physique. Looks right for the man. I've got the tattoos. I guess we'll go ahead and do a little zoom here. Jazwares is typically very good with the tattoos. You can see that they're not just like Sharpied on. They actually have a little bit of a fade to them. They look right. No black left on him from the shirt. Although this shirt is a little different material from what we usually see with some of these wrestling figures. It seems a little nicer, but I think I'm still going to give it a soak to make sure any excess dye comes out of it and doesn't get left on the figure. I've got a little rose tattoo on there. Really nice job on the tattoos. Let's look at this portrait that it has been pointed out online that this is a heck of a Lex Luger figure. And while I don't disagree with that, it's also what Billy Gunn looks like now. And this is wild. Looking at the video, you can see right here, there's like a crease in the sculpt. But I am telling you, I cannot see that with my naked eye at all. Very weird. The left eye deco is just slightly off, but again, naked eye, not really noticeable. But I think they've done a great job with the portrait here. This is what this man looks like now. He's older. He's a little more craggy, I guess, than he used to be. He's got the track pants on with the scissors on them, and they have done a beautiful job. Look at the metallic paint of the scissors. Like it's really shiny and nice looking. It's not gray. It is actually silver. Looks great. I got double jointed knees. I've never had any problems with Jazwares AEW articulation. Everything works very nicely. Double jointed everything, standard wrists, all that kind of business. He's got the pink shoes with not a whole heck of a lot of painted detail, but I think that might be accurate. You've got the white on the inside here, and I do believe this is pretty much the look of the shoe, pink laces and all. So overall, he's looking great. I think this is a great Billy Gunn figure. So let's, or more accurately, Daddy Ass, which I don't know if I should even say on my family-friendly YouTube channel, but they say it on AEW all the time. And there he is with his peace signs out, ready to engage in peace with his young mentees. His, oh gosh, which one is which? He's the senpai, they're the kohai, is that right? It's been a while since I watched The Office. So there he is. Set him off to the side. Next up, we'll take a look at Max Caster, the best wrestler alive. And like I said, in the box, I wasn't so sure about the portrait, but now I've got it in hand. I mean, it looks right to me. It's got the silver chain. Oh, I wondered how that was staying in place so well. It's got a little rubber band around it, holding it down. Oh, look, it says right there on his knee pad, best wrestler alive. His silver chain, the rope looks good. It's not weirdly oversized. I think they've done a nice job with the scaling and with the sculpt on it. Look at the facial hair, the way they've... it's not showing up super well in the video, but he's got the beard just very faintly faded in right here. Hair looks great. But the basketball jersey is incredible. Sparkly. And even though there's Velcro in the back, they've lined everything up pretty nicely, so it's not a total eyesore. 78, platinum. Looks awesome. It's got the little AEW mic. The mic is bent, which isn't great, but also who cares? Like, he's going to be holding it anyway. And let's take the jersey off. I think Jazwares has gotten, not that they were ever terrible with physiques, but I think they've gotten better with physiques over time. And this may be a little ripped, but it's an action figure. What are you going to do? But let's look at his gear again. The metallic silver looks phenomenal. Like, you don't see silvers like this in a paint job on an action figure. It looks so good. He's got the separate knee pads that are the open back. I don't know the specific name of these kinds of knee pads, but the double jointed knees, they do not interfere with the articulation there. Look at the Yo, which obviously is kind of looks like Yo MTV Raps. Incredible deco. I mean, look at this. This is, I'll go ahead and say this. This is some of the best gear I have ever seen on a wrestling figure. It is incredible. And once you see this silver in person, you will be blown away. Unbelievable job here. So let's pop his peace sign hands on there. Oh, and also, we need to get... All right, wait, I've messed this up. So we've got, which way does he wear his hat? Did I throw the box away or is it sitting over here still? There we go. Okay, that's what I thought is Mr. Gunn wears his hat backwards. I don't know whose hat is whose, and I don't know if it matters. So anyway, we'll put Mr. Gunn's hat on. Fits perfectly. Look at the detail. Got a little paint smudge over here. Oh, wait, never mind. That just came right off. Excellent. So you can see from the sculpt, it's a net style hat, a mesh back hat. The printing is immaculate on the front. This is an incredible hat. For an action figure at this scale, this hat is amazing. And then we need Platinum Max's hat on as well. And his is going to sit... Oh, look at that. It's perfect. And again, now the portrait, I think, really stands out as being more accurate than I thought at first. Actually, we're going to put the other head. So he's got an alternate portrait, tongue out, that it kind of doesn't look right, but it's capturing a very, very specific moment in time during the act of engaging the scissors. Oh man, I can't get this other head on. That's the one bad thing. I'm going to take the chain off. It's only messing me up. That's the one bad thing about this. Even though I love this joint, it is kind of difficult to get these on sometimes, to keep everything lined up right. There we go. All right, we'll get the chain back on. We'll get the headphones. We'll get the hat that sits perfectly on the hair. And again, it's something about the eyes, I feel like that's what's not quite right. Get the headphones. Again, really nicely sculpted. They've got painted detail. They look good. And will perhaps with a little effort. Sorry, I got it a frame there. I'm trying to figure this out. Because they've got cups. There you go. Headphones on the head. Scissors out. There he is, Platinum Max. Set him off to the side. And finally, Anthony Bowen, which the serious face is perfection. Got the hair trimmed up, nice and neat. Got the goatee. The eyes look right. This is a perfect portrait, in my opinion. He's also got the AEW mic. And his gear, even though it's not silver, so it's not quite as like striking, his gear is just as perfect as Caster's. Look at that. Bowens. See? I have so much trouble with S's on names. Bowens. Same thing with Christopher Reeve and George Reeves. Who can remember these things? Everyone loves the Acclaimed. I certainly do. His physique, definitely accurate. This guy is jacked. Like I said, Anthony Bowens is, I think, 100% future world champion. He's got it that everybody talks about. So let's get the default neutral expression off and pop the scissor head on. And again, I think it's just the eyes, because when you're doing an expression like this, but in a static way, it's just going to be weird looking, because now he's got the other scissor hands too. So for some reason, Caster only has the one scissor hand. Here is the issue, I think, with these. When they're doing this, they're moving their heads, they're changing their facial expressions constantly. They're not just standing there like this. So this looks kind of weird. But I think they're good. I think Bowens is a little better than Caster's, but they're there. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So here's the reason Bowens is going to be engaging in the scissor with a fan behind him, right? Or maybe not, because this is in the ring, but who cares? This is my internal logic. I got to zoom back out. And then we got one going over there, and then we've got Caster, who is holding the microphone, even though he wouldn't be, because this would have been the point where Bowens says, everybody loves the Acclaimed. But look at that. The ultimate sign of friendship and loyalty and respect, engaging in the scissor So everybody, this is, next time you see a friend, a loved one, whoever, engage them in the scissors. Show them how much you care and show them that everybody loves the Acclaimed. This set is incredible. This is one of the best AEW products that Jazwares has put out, in my opinion. I would say it's flawless. Billy Gunn's shirt is a little big. It's weird. But this set's incredible. I think you should go order it right now. And this is not like me shilling for Ringside, because I don't have any relationship with them whatsoever. But this was executed as well as any wrestling figure set I think I've ever seen. It's just beautiful. So well done. If you're a fan of the Acclaimed, this is a must-have. There you go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. Enjoy AEW. Enjoy wrestling in general. Share what you love and ignore what you don't. And until next time, scissor me, needless ass.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.